everybody, it's me, Jamie. You are in for such a treat today. Tony is solo flute of the Oxford Philharmonic Orchestra, which means he's absolutely amazing. But not only is he a fantastic flute player, he's a brilliant education project leader. And in March of this year, he had 90 children playing wind and brass instruments all together as part of our Dragon Phil Wind and Brass Day. Now, our friends at the Dragon School are wonderful, and every year they let us bring 100 children from all over Oxfordshire onto their site to make music all together. So this week we want to say a huge hello to our friends at the Dragon School. Hello to all dragons. There's a quiz in the description below all about Tony's episode. Download it now or try and do it at the end, it's up to you. But if you send your answers back by this Friday, the 12th of June, I'm going to select someone at random to say hello to in a later episode. So I hope you're ready for some beautiful flute playing and some really great information about flutes from all around the world. Here's Tony.
Hello, I'm Tony and I'm solo flute with the Oxford Philharmonic. That piece was a hornpipe called The Red-Haired Boy, and it's a traditional piece from Ireland. I played it on my flute that I use in the orchestra. This is a normal concert flute. This one is made from 14 karat gold with silver keys, and I love playing it. The flute is one of the oldest musical instruments known to man. There are examples of flutes made out of bamboo sticks and even leg bones dating back thousands of years. And today almost every culture has a flute of some sort that is regularly in use. I thought I'd show you a few different types of flute from around the world and play you some short pieces. So this one is from China. It's made of bamboo and it has holes cut at regular intervals. And I blow it across this hole here, just like my normal flute. This piece is called Jasmine Flower. You may have noticed that this flute buzzes. That happens because there's an extra hole cut here that's covered by a very thin layer of paper that vibrates as I blow. On traditional Chinese flutes, they don't use paper, they use the stomach of a fish, but I didn't have any of those. Let's go to South America. Now, the Aztecs used this instrument. It's hollow and it's called an ocarina. Ocarinas come in many different shapes and sizes. They're sometimes made out of plant seeds, but this one's made out of china. It has 4 holes at the front and 2 holes at the back. And I blow it through this hole here, very like a recorder. This piece is from Chile and it's called My White Horse. And it's the rider telling of how beautiful his horse is, how they ride together, faithful and mighty, and the horse gallops away. So let's go to Africa now, and the slide whistle or swanny whistle. Now this is the only flute that I play that doesn't have any holes for my fingers. Instead, it has this slide that goes in and out and changes the length of the tube to change the pitch. And because of that, you can get any note you want and slide from one to the next. Let's look at this instrument. It's called the Syrinx or Panpipes. It's made up of lots of different tubes of different lengths, and each tube makes a different note, and you blow across the top to make the sound. Let's have a story. Pan was a Greek god, and he was half man and half goat. I've got a picture of him here. He was in love with a water nymph named Syrinx, but unfortunately she didn't love him. And she ran away, and she hid herself in the river and turned herself into a reed. Now Pan was very angry when he realised that she'd run away, and he took out his big knife and he cut the reeds down with a swooping action like that, whoosh, and he gathered them all up and he bound them together to make the panpipes, and then he played a mournful tune on his syrinx. Now about 100 years ago, a wonderful French composer called Debussy wrote a piece for the solo flute called Syrinx. And I thought I'd play you a little excerpt of that now. You might want to see if you can make a set of panpipes for yourself. You could use a drinking straw. All you do is cut it to size, and then if you put your finger over the end, you could see whether it makes a sound. That works pretty well. And then I've taken a bit of blue tack and I put that in the end to make a really good seal. Check it again. Fine. And in fact, here's one that I made earlier. I've used a bit of sellotape to bind them all together, and I put blue tack in all the bottom of each tube, and then you could see if you could make a tune. You could have a go, see if you can do better than me. You might remember at the beginning of this video, I played an Irish hornpipe called the Red-Haired Boy. Well, I'm going to play it again, but this time I'm going to play it on an Irish whistle. And attached to this video, you'll find a score of a little accompaniment that you could play on the open strings of a violin or cello, or maybe on a glockenspiel, or even on a keyboard if you've got one. Let's play together. Thanks for watching.